Welcome to a tutorial video. Who would have thought? I know, no one would have thought, but it's here and it is here. Like, originally this was for 500 subscribers, but can't lie, I've nearly hit 600. Like, what the fuck? That's kind of mad, and I appreciate all of you. Like, if I could, I'd give you all a hug, but I can't really do that. So like, I'll just give you a hug. I'll hug my mic real quick. Safe. Alright, but anyway, this tutorial isn't going to be talking about how to do K-style techniques such as like slash shot, reload shot, butterfly, things like that, because there's so many videos on YouTube already demonstrating how to do them kind of things. It's going to be focused on other key techniques in GunZ gameplay and just information that I feel like will be very useful, and I'm going to be covering things that I do in my gameplay that helps me and gets me them kills. So without further ado, let's jump into the shit. Let's go, fam. Now this may seem like pretty simple, but it's worth mentioning anyway because like it might help a few people. But literally, turtling and recalling, all it is you're blocking and then you're waiting for the enemy player to get recalled, which is essentially when their sword goes up in the air and they're left vulnerable for a couple of seconds, as you can see in this clip. And what a lot of new players tend to do is once you successfully recall someone and you get a charged massive, players tend to like have the urge to throw the massive down, like, but you shouldn't be doing that. And the reason why you shouldn't be doing that is because once you throw that massive down, especially against a player that knows the mechanics of the game, all they're going to do is block, look up into the sky, and then they'll be able to counter your massive, and then they're free to move again and they can get easy damage on you. What you should be doing is once you recall them and they're vulnerable, quickly get your gun out and put 2 close PBs into them. PBs is like point blank shots. That's like maximum damage. So you should be doing that every time to get guaranteed damage rather than risking yourself getting countered and then potentially dying. Flipping. Arguably one of my favorite things to do in GunZ, man. It is so satisfying. Like, flipping, I believe, is so underrated, man. Like, if you get the chance to flip someone, do it. It's just a guaranteed kill. Like, say you're fighting a person, you're sword fighting them a bit, you end up turtling them, flip them. Like, say you're playing TDM and you've got a bunch of teammates around you. If you flip them, that gives all like 3 members of your team to just get 2 easy free shots on the guy, and then he's dead. Like, flipping is so OP. When you get the chance to flip someone, do it, because not only is it just free shots, it leads into so many different options as well. You can flip someone and then insta kill them. You can flip someone and then massive them while they're in mid-air. You can flip someone, shoot them once, flip them, shoot them again, and then repeat until they die. Like, literally, flipping is underrated. When you get the chance to flip someone, do it, because it's a guaranteed kill if you play your cards right and you press the correct buttons, that is. Angling in Gladiator. This one is a very long, complex one. Like, I could honestly like make a whole video on this because it's so like in depth and like it's so techie the way it works. But I'm not gonna do that because I'll just be here all day in it. Instead, I'm gonna leave a link to this guy called Javuk. I think it's Javuk or Devuk. Sorry, man. I don't know how to say your name in it, but yeah, he did like a good video explaining about the hitboxes of guns and like the angling and how that stuff works. But I'm just gonna briefly go over it in it just so you guys have like a brief understanding. So basically, for Gladiator, the GunZ player model hitbox is just 2 triangles. It's one triangle and another upside down triangle on top of each other. That's how you need to visualize it when you're like trying to do your slashes. So when you're dashing in and trying to butterfly your opponent, you need to be visualizing the way you're coming in and out. It sounds mad, but honestly, when you watch the video, you'll understand how it actually works. Like, I can't actually say it into words because it's kind of difficult, but trust me, watch the video. A good thing to mention is a good Gladiator player will be able to phase through any turtle, any block. Like, have you ever experienced where you're trying to block a player but they just keep butterflying you and they keep hitting you and you just can't recall them at all? That's because they know how to angle correctly. and they're doing the triangle formation properly. Like what they're essentially doing is when they're hitting you, they're looking away just after they actually slash you. I'm going to show some examples so you can understand better, because if I just tell you, you won't get it. Like if you see in these examples, when I'm slashing, I'm actually like looking away just after, because when I look away it allows me to not get recoiled. If I continue looking at him while I'm slashing, it would just make my character recoil. So essentially like you're hitting them and then you're looking away straight away, so it takes away the pressure off your sword. That's kind of a good way to describe it, I guess. It's honestly like you gotta play it to understand really. Like I'm not the best Gladiator player, but I do understand like how it works, you know what I mean. Another point to help understand is when I'm fighting, I'm never actually like directly looking at the opponent. I'm looking at them for a split second to throw the slash, then I'm looking away straight away. Or even when I'm just double butterflying around them, I'm never directly looking at them, because that would just make me like recoil. I'm looking like at a slant when I'm coming in, so like it just protects me from getting recoil. That's like another way to help you visualize. Ground slashes are just OP, to be honest. Like they're very good for starting combos with, especially in Gladiator. Like you want to be mixing up your double butterfly and butterfly with a lot of ground slashes, as it's harder to obviously get like recoil and stuff like that. But the thing that I have found out like most success with is throwing out ground slashes when you see the enemy opponent coming closer to you. It's a bit like if any of you lot have played Super Smash Bros, like it doesn't matter if it's melee or brawl or whatever, like normally when you get hit up into the air and you're trying to come back to stage, you would normally throw out a neutral air when coming back to stage. And what this does, it kind of like acts as a protective barrier around your hitbox. You're just throwing out like a hitbox to protect yourself. And this is literally like the same in GunZ. When you see an enemy coming closer towards you and you know they're about to dash in front of you and potentially slash you, throw out that ground slash, throw out that neutral air, throw out that active hitbox. If you time it correctly and you time it better than your opponent, you're going to hit him first and you're going to kill him. And this is just very useful. Like I do it in this example I'm going to show you, and you can just see how effective it is. Alright, massives. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there's actually so much tech behind massives. Like I bet a lot of you lot thought that the only tech behind massives is there's sky blocking and sky breaking, which is sky blocking is where you block and you look up into the air and you can block a massive, right? And a sky break is when you massive someone, you're also looking up into the air as you release it, and that will like break a sky block. It's like a counter to a sky block. But fuck me fam, it's not just that, it's actually so much deeper to that, like deeper than that. Like there's so many different like variables and massives and different ways to like counter and shit like this, but to be honest I don't even know them all off by heart. Like it's just long. But if you wanna find out about it, because it's kind of interesting, I'm gonna play a bit of this video on the screen now. Like it shows and goes through like most of them, and I'm not gonna play all of it because it's quite long. But if you want to see like all of the different types of variables of massives and how to counter different massives and the different angles and shit like that, then feel free to check this guy's YouTube channel, and I'll put it in the description anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna be showing some like actual examples of me using like sky blocks and sky massives to my advantage. If you can train your ear to just automatically block and look up into the sky as soon as you hear that ching noise, you're good. Like if you can sort that out in your muscle memory, you're sorted, because like sky blocking is very important in this game, man. And it's not even just in Gladiator, like even in like normal like duels and shit like that, if you get massived, you're dead in it. So you need to be able to sky block every single time. So yeah, just train your ears. As soon as you hear that ching, just block and look up to the sky anyway, and then just come back down. Oh, and another great technique that I like to do, and it's fooled me a couple of times as well, is when you charge up, when you're fighting and you get like a massive charge up on your sword, delay it for like a second or two, because if you delay it, it's gonna trick the opponent into thinking that, oh, he's not massiving, so I'm just gonna stop skyblocking. If you delay it a second or two and then throw it out, it 9 times out of 10 it does fool them, because not many people delay massives, right? Like, it's always like as soon as you hear it ching, you throw it. But if you delay it at 1 second, you can catch them off guard. And I'll show you examples as well where I'll be catching people off guard of the delaying massives, and people catching me off guard by delaying massives, and you'll see like how they interact with each other and how useful it is to know. But yeah, man, that's the tutorial video. I hope you lot enjoyed it. I didn't even put everything in I wanted to put in, because like, listen, yeah, GunZ The Duel is a very big techie game. There's so much shit to talk about, and there's just too much. I don't want to put it all in one video, that's just long. But anyway, I hope you lot enjoyed the video. Once again, thank you for 500 subscribers. That is mad. Like, by the time I put this out, I'll probably be at 600 subscribers, who knows, to be honest, but that shit's crazy. Love for the support, fam, and 1k subscribers, maybe actually nah, I'll keep that little secret, fam.